Now jump to 18th century Stockholm. The harbor is crowded with tall masts. Officers stride along the quay in smart blue uniforms, talking about promotions and campaigns. For a young naval man, the path is obvious. Stay in the capital. Stay near the Admiralty. Get noticed at the right dinners. Climb. Joachim Hård, F. Segerstad, is on that track. He has the training, the connections, the uniform. Then he starts talking about leaving it all to manage some family land deep in the countryside. For his peers, this is baffling. You do not leave the center of power to count cows. On the day he goes, imagine the contrast. He walks past stone warehouses and shipyards one last time, then takes the long road inland. Days later, he steps down from a carriage into a muddy yard at Gudhammar. No red farmhouses. A lake in the distance. Ox carts. Tenants waiting with sacks of rye instead of polished officers waiting with reports. The smart voices in Stockholm assume this is where his story ends. No more serious assignments. No real influence. A once promising officer, buried under ledgers and manure. Running estates is not romantic. He walks the fields in bad weather, checks boundary stones, argues with tax collectors who turn up in horse-drawn carts. One harvest fails. Then another comes in, only barely adequate. He has to decide whether to press desperate farmers for rent or risk his own debts. There are long winter nights at a wooden table under a smoky lamp, balancing columns of numbers while the wind rattles shutters. It looks like he chose a smaller, duller life, until the pressures that seemed far away reach the farms. War disrupts trade. A late frost threatens famine. The capital needs grain and timber. Peasants need credit and protection. Suddenly, the man who walked away from the Navy becomes the link that keeps hundreds of people fed. He uses his knowledge of logistics and discipline from the fleet to run storage. Loans and deliveries in a way most landowners cannot. The career that looked like a step down becomes the quiet hinge that holds a piece of the kingdom together.